welcome back to our high school game of the week. We're at Brea Olinda High School. It feels like summer, but it's actually fall. It's the Empire League opener, and two of the heavyweights going head-to-head tonight. Both sides 5-0 coming into this match and looking to make some headway tonight. Alongside Chris Ricks, I'm Christian Miles. Chris, we talked about the fireworks that could unfold, but these two teams very, very offensive-minded.
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, these guys are going to come out. They know that they're going to have to score points to be effective in this game and to have a chance. So obviously look for Orange Lutheran to put a lot of points on the board. And Kennedy knows they have to match. So Kyle Olson's really going to have to lead this offense in order to put points to stay with Orange Lutheran tonight.
All right, Chris, well, it's time now to welcome the third member of our broadcast crew, Christian Steckel, who's standing by with Jim Kunal, the head coach of Orange Lutheran.
All right, guys, thanks so much. Glad to be alongside Coach. A big game for you tonight. What'd you tell your guys? You're playing on TV. They're not used to it. Are you excited about it?
We are. Our players are very excited. They really enjoy these opportunities. They're used to playing in big games, and we just talked about embracing this all week and just cutting it loose and having a little fun.
Aaron Corp, your quarterback. Talk to me about what this kid brings to the table. You told me humility is what defines him.
It really is. Aaron is a very humble young man, a strong leader. He's not just a good athlete, and he really is the engine that drives our offense.
All right, Coach, have a great game tonight.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's send it back up to you.
All right, thanks, CT, and thank you, Jim, for taking time out of your busy schedule. Now, of course, these two teams 5-0 coming into this match. Orange Lutheran coming off a massive victory against El Rancho back on October 7th, 42-2. Things weren't quite so easy for Kennedy, but they got the job done, getting by Laguna Hills 14-3 in Mission Viejo. So indeed, they've got their pedigree and they're ready for action tonight.
Well, they do, and talking about Coach Kunal right there, he's got so much respect for this Kennedy staff and this Kennedy program. He couldn't say enough things about Coach Olson and this Kennedy squad. So both staffs have a lot of respect for each other.
All right, Kennedy will be kicking off, and Orange Lutheran will be returning, heading from right to left, and we are underway. It's the Empire League opener, and this one taken quickly into the corner. Fielded there by Blake Lucas, runs right up the right side before he's brought down to the 20 here. It's Orange Lutheran. Aaron Corp will come in and take over, and we will see the young starlet in action.
As we've talked about, Aaron Corp, he's 18-1 as a starter. Very efficient, the leader of this offense. Kid also's got a 3.7 GPA. Pretty impressive, huh, Christian?
Well, both of these guys, really smart kids. You mentioned on the other side of the ball, Kyle Olson, a kid that's got 4.3. So these are smart cookies. They know how to really work the offense to their advantage. Good in the classroom, good on the field, and we expect a good one tonight. But Aaron Corp, surprisingly, this kid's only a junior. So we expect to see him around next year. It can get scary for the rest of the Empire League.
He's just getting warmed up this year, Christian.
All right, 1st and 10. Orange County Lutheran. Corp looks over his line here. 2 wide out set to the left, 1 out to the right. Corp comes out on the bootleg here, takes it off his off foot here and runs it out past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And that will bring us to our Orange Lutheran lineups. Good run there, 7-yard gain there by Corp. And then you see the tight Ricky Pamesa, tailback, and the fullback Tyson Seneca. And the rest of the offensive line, David Kerr, Blake Hiltz, Kellen Bragg, Pavlison, and Lance Barker. Very talented side, and many figuring the Lancers will possibly roll over Kennedy tonight, but Kennedy will have something to say about it. So 2nd and 2 here, 8-yard gain. Corp out of the shotgun. In motion. And it's going to be Corp with a quick draw fake. And this one long, trying to air it out, and caught. Just at midfield here. And a great grab that time by the number 81, Cullen Mayer.
As we see here, great play by Aaron Corp. Waits for his slot receiver to pass the linebacker, but he's got to get the ball in before that cornerback gets there. So a great job, great timing route, big completion for the Lancers.
And Lancers off and running here. Showing that explosive attack that we mentioned here at the top of the program. So 1st and 10 here at midfield. Quick one out, sent to the near side. The flea flicker is going to work here for Orange Lutheran, and they couldn't release it. Blake Lucas there, not getting enough of a good handle on that one to send it deep. And we take a look at the Kennedy defense. Team that's coached by Mitch Olson in his 19th year. Luis Bustos, a player that could figure in and out of the lineup. Ryan Cochran, of course, one of the 2-year starters for this side. Calvin Smart, Robert Arculeta, and Eric Archer. Very, very athletic in the back. 2nd and 10 here for Corp.
Orange Lutheran does a lot of motion, kind of like a USC offense here.
This one rolls out to the right, and Corp using his mobility past the 50 and the 45, down to the 40. Corp's brought down just at the edge of the 38-yard line. Good game from Corp as he gets nearly 12 yards on that carry. And, well, you see how he does it, that 15-yard gain, and you see the mobility here you talked about, Chris.
Well, definitely. Here we see Corp running the option. Now, he holds the ball. If you're watching, he can still pitch it as long as the guy's behind him, but he chooses to keep it here. Smart decision, pick up a couple extra yards. Great play by Orange Lutheran. Great execution of the option.
Shades of Nebraska. 1st and 10. Lutheran on the march here. This one from the 37. Deep into Kennedy territory. The fake, and this one rounds out to the right and down at the 32 and a 5-yard gain. Maybe 2nd and 5 here for the Lancers.
And Christian, that's how this Orange Lutheran offense is. They're efficient. They want to pick up 3, 4, 5 yards. You know, they're not bombing it. They're not going for the score right away, but they're picking up a great amount of yards on each play, which will result in first downs, getting them close to the goal line. So great job by Coach Kuhnau and this Orange Lutheran offense, just being efficient, moving the ball down the field.
Hammering the ball on that one. 2nd and 5. Corpse out of the shotgun. Wide out set here. Lucas goes deep, and they run it right up on the draw. Nothing there. Here's Ricky Pamasa, this talented sophomore. Many tipping this kid for greatness as well.
Yeah, Pamasa's a great player, also a star volleyball player here at Orange Lutheran. So Coach Kuhnau really does a great job with these athletes, not limiting them to one sport. A lot of guys play basketball, baseball, as we saw with Pamasa, even volleyball. So a lot of great athletes on this team.
3rd and 1 here, short yardage situation, 2-back set, or 1-back set, and it's going to keep her here, and it's going to be Corp on the pitch here. Pamasa breaks it past the 20 to 15 before he's run out at the 10. Great pitch there by Corp.
Yeah, great play there on the option, but Cadros really got to get a block out there. He was split wide. If he would have sprung that block, that run could have gone for more yards.
Corp just takes it on the draw from Tanner, pitches it out to Pamasa. I'll tell you what, this kid's a sophomore. He plays like a senior. Big kid. 5'11", 190 pounds. So 1st and goal here for the Lancers on their first possession. Things looking pretty good for Jim Kuhnau's bunch. Out of the eye. 2 receivers wide on each side. It's another keeper here for Corp. He's got Pamasa, and this time he's shut down at the 9.
Corp really made a great decision there, not pitching that ball. May have gotten it off, but may have got stopped there. So smart play. We know he's a smart quarterback. You see here he has Pamasa. He can almost pitch it right about there, but he makes a smart decision, holds on to it, not going to risk a turnover here in the red zone.
There's Jim Kuhnau, the man in charge, and calling all the shots from the Orange Lutheran sideline. Tackled by Robert Archuleta. 2nd and goal here for the Orange Lutheran head coach and his bunch. Once again out of the eye.
This one-on-one coverage down here.
2-back set, 2 wide receivers. It's going to be Corp. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, and that one, well, the connection just not there. Good attempt trying to link up with Tyson Seneca. That one read to perfection by the Kennedy defense as they came rushing in and pressuring Corp. That's going to be the key for them. They want to force Corp into making decisions tonight.
Well, definitely. You saw in this play, he couldn't step into the ball. He had his receiver up and in the flat, but he couldn't get into it. He had pressure in his face, so did a great job just getting the ball off, not taking the sack.
All right, Kyle Cordova comes off, and Kuhnau wants to talk it over right now. And Corp not feeling quite set. Timeout here to Orange Lutheran. All right, they take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more. You're watching the high school game of the week right here on FSN West 2.
Why haven't you done?
Welcome back to our high school game of the week. We're at Brea Olinda High School. It feels like summer, but it's actually fall. It's the Empire League opener, and 2 of the heavyweights going head-to-head tonight. Both sides 5-0 coming to this match and looking to make some headway tonight. Alongside Chris Ricks, I'm Christian Miles. Chris, we talked about the fireworks that could unfold, but these 2 teams very, very offensive-minded.
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, these guys are going to come out. They know that they're going to have to score points to be effective in this game and to have a chance. So obviously look for Orange Lutheran to put a lot of points board. And Kennedy knows they have to match. So Kyle Olson's really going to have to lead this offense in order to put points to stay with Orange Lutheran tonight.
All right, Chris, well, it's time now to welcome the third member of our broadcast crew, Christian Steckel, who's standing by with Jim Kunal, the head coach of Orange Lutheran.
All right, guys, thanks so much. Glad to be alongside Coach. A big game for you tonight. What'd you tell your guys you're playing on TV? They're not used to it. Are you excited about it?
We are. Our players are very excited. They really enjoy these opportunities. They're used to playing in big games, and we just talked about embracing this all week and just cutting it loose and having a little fun.
Aaron Corp, your quarterback. Talk to me about what this kid brings to the table. You told me humility is what defines him.
It really is. Aaron is a very humble young man, a strong leader. He's not just a good athlete, and he really is the engine that drives our offense.
All right, Coach, have a great game tonight.
Thank you.
All right, guys, let's send it back up to you.
All right, thanks, CT, and thank you, Jim, for taking time out of your busy schedule. Now, of course, these two teams, 5-0 coming into this match. Orange Lutheran coming off a massive victory against El Rancho back on October 7th, 42-2. Things weren't quite so easy for Kennedy, but they got the job done, getting by Laguna Hills 14-3 in Mission Viejo. So indeed, they've got their pedigree and they're ready for action tonight.
Well, they do, and talking about Coach Kunal right there, he's got so much respect for this Kennedy staff and this Kennedy program. He couldn't say enough things about Coach Olson, this Kennedy squad. So both staffs have a lot of respect for each other.
All right, Kennedy will be kicking off, and Orange Lutheran will be returning, heading from right to left, and we are underway. It's the Empire League opener, and this one taken quickly into the corner. Fielded there by Blake Lucas, runs right up the right side before he's brought down to the 20 here. It's Orange Lutheran. Aaron Corp will come in and take over, and we will see the young starlet in action.
As we've talked about, Aaron Corp, he's 18-1 as a starter. Very efficient, the leader of this offense. Kid also has got a 3.7 GPA. Pretty impressive, huh, Christian?
Well, both of these guys, really smart kids. You mentioned on the other side of the ball, Kyle Olson, a kid that's got 4.3. So these are smart cookies. They know how to really work the offense to their advantage. Good in the classroom, good on the field, and we expect a good one tonight. But Aaron Corp, surprisingly, this kid's only a junior. So we expect to see him around next year. It's going to get scary for the rest of the Empire League.
He's just getting warmed up this year, Christian.
All right, 1st and 10. Orange County Lutheran. Corp looks over his line here. 2 wide out set to the left, 1 out to the right. Corp comes out on the bootleg here, takes it off his off foot here and runs it out past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And that will bring us to our Orange Lutheran lineups. Good run there, 7-yard gain there by Corp. And then you see the tight Ricky Pamesa, tailback, and the fullback Tyson Seneca. And the rest of the offensive line, David Kerr, Blake Hiltz, Kellen Bragg, Pavlison, and Lance Barker. Very talented side, and you know, many think figuring the Lancers will possibly roll over Kennedy tonight, but Kennedy will have something to say about it. So 2nd and 2 here, 8-yard gain. Corp out of the shotgun. In motion. And it's going to be Corp with a quick draw fake. And this one long, trying to air it out, and caught. Just at midfield here. And a great grab that time by the number 81, Cullen Mayer.
As we see here, great play by Aaron Corp. Waits for his slot receiver to pass a linebacker, but he's got to get the ball in before that cornerback gets there. So a great job, great timing route, big completion for the Lancers.
And Lancers off and running here. Showing that explosive attack that we mentioned here at the top of the program. So 1st and 10 here at midfield. Quick one out, sent to the near side. The flea flicker is going to work here for Orange Lutheran. And they couldn't release it. Blake Lucas there, not getting enough of a good handle on that one to send it deep. And we take a look at the Kennedy defense. Team that's coached by Mitch Olson in his 19th year. Luis Bustos, a player that could figure in and out of the lineup. Ryan Cochran, of course, one of the 2-year starters for this side. Calvin Smart, Robert Arculeta, and Eric Archer. Very, very athletic in the back. 2nd and 10 here for Corp.
Orange Lutheran does a lot of motion, kind of like a USC offense here.
This one rolls out to the right, and Corp using his mobility past the 50 and the 45, down to the 40. Corp's brought down just at the edge of the 38-yard line. Good game from Corp as he gets nearly 12 yards on that carry. And, well, you see how he does it, that 15-yard gain, and you see the mobility here you talked about, Chris.
Well, definitely. Here we see Corp running the option. Now, he holds the ball. If you're watching, he can still pitch it as long as the guy's behind him, but he chooses to keep it here. Smart decision, pick up a couple extra yards. Great play by Orange Lutheran. Great execution of the option.
Shades of Nebraska. First and 10. Lutheran on the march here. This one from the 37. Deep into Kennedy territory, the fake, and this one rounds out to the right and down at the 32 and a 5-yard gain. Maybe 2nd and 5 here for the Lancers.
And Christian, that's how this Orange Lutheran offense is. They're efficient. They want to pick up 3, 4, 5 yards. You know, they're not bombing it. They're not going for the score right away, but they're picking up a great amount of yards on each play, which will result in first downs, getting them close to the goal line. So great job by Coach Kuhnau and this Orange Lutheran offense, just being efficient, moving the ball down the field.
Hammering the ball on that one. 2nd and 5. Corpse out of the shotgun. Wide out set here. Lucas goes deep and they let it right up on the draw. Nothing there. Here's Ricky Pamasa, this talented sophomore. Many tipping this kid for greatness as well.
Yeah, Pamasa's a great player, also a star volleyball player here at Orange Lutheran. So Coach Kuhnau really does a great job with these athletes, not limiting them to one sport. A lot of guys play basketball, baseball, as we saw with Pamasa, even volleyball. So a lot of great athletes on this team.
3rd and 1 here, short yardage situation, 2-back set, or 1-back set, and it's going to keep her here, and it's going to be Corp on the pitch here. Pamasa breaks it past the 20 to 15 before he's run out at the 10. Great pitch there by Corp.
Yeah, great play there on the option, but Cadros really got to get a block out there. He was split wide. If he would have sprung that block, that run could have gone for more yards.
Corp just takes it on the draw from Tanner. Pitches it out to Pamasa. I'll tell you what, this kid's a sophomore. He plays like a senior. Big kid. 5'11", 190 pounds. So 1st and goal here for the Lancers on their first possession. Things looking pretty good for Jim Kuhnau's bunch. Out of the eye. 2 receivers wide on each side. It's another keeper here for Corp. He's got Pamasa, and this time he's shut down at the 9.
Corp really made a great decision there, not pitching that ball. May have gotten it off, but may have got stopped there. So smart play. We know he's a smart quarterback. You see here he has Pamasa. He can almost pitch it right about there, but he makes a smart decision, holds on to it, not going to risk a turnover here in the red zone.
There's Jim Kuhnau, the man in charge, and calling all the shots from the Orange Lutheran sideline. Tackled by Robert Archuleta. 2nd and goal here for the Orange Lutheran head coach and his bunch. Once again out of the eye.
This one-on-one coverage down here.
2-back set, 2 wide receivers. It's going to be Corp. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, and that one, well, the connection just not there. Good attempt trying to link up with Tyson Seneca. That one read to perfection by the Kennedy defense as they came rushing in and pressuring Corp. That's going to be the key for them. They want to force Corp into making decisions tonight.
Well, definitely. You saw on this play, he couldn't step into the ball. He had his receiver up and in the flat, but he couldn't get into it. He had pressure in his face, so did a great job just getting the ball off, not taking the sack.
And Kyle Cordova comes off, and Kuhnau wants to talk it over right now. And Corp not feeling quite set. Timeout here to Orange Lutheran. All right, they take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more. You're watching the high school game of the week right here on FSN West 2.
Why haven't you done?
Welcome back. It's a red crowd here as the Lancer faithful rooting on their side. And, well, a team that on their first possession already into the red zone here. 7:43 left in the first. And the number 5, Orange Lutheran, looking very, very dangerous here. Definitely has Kennedy on the back foot right now. Good showing by Aaron Corp. And Jim Kuhnau calling timeout and trying to get his side set. Aaron Corp, though, very much living up to the billing here in the early moments. 10th play of the drive here. 72-yard one this far. Can they complete it? 3rd and goal here. This one from just inside the 10. And Corp drops back to throw. Little pressure here, directly just over the top. And that one just out of the reach of Blake Lucas. A little too strong there.
Yeah, well, Corp really wanted to get this ball down, but he had a linebacker in his side of view. We'll take a look at it here on the replay. He's waiting for this receiver to pop open. But you see, he's got some guys in front of him. He's got to elevate the ball a little bit too much. Can't come down with the catch.
So we're going to see a kicker come out here, and the holder is going to be Doug Gebhardt here. And he gives way to James Ramelsberg, and Ramelsberg's kick is good, and Orange Lutheran on the board here. There's 7:37 left in the first, and things looking pretty good for the home team.
Great job executing by the kicking, and that was their first field goal attempt of this season, so that's a good way to start, Christian.
Now Ramelsberg getting the first of that, his first field goal of the season, missed against Mater Dei earlier in the campaign, and that really gets a monkey off his back. Not exactly what Orange Lutheran wanted going in, especially looking so menacing and dangerous marching down the field. 10-play drive results in the 11th, and a field goal there for the kicker. And, well, it hasn't dampened a lot of these fans' spirit, but now we get to see the other side of the ball here for Orange Lutheran, and we can see what Kennedy can do.
Well, yeah, and you know, these fans aren't disappointed. They know 3 points, you know, any points is going to be good points. And even though it may be frustrating for the players, Christian, to not get that touchdown, especially with how they were driving into the red zone, putting together a sustained drive and getting close to that goal line, this coaching staff knows that, hey, this is going to be a 4-quarter fight. 3 points is good points for us right now.
Okay, kickoff here. And it's going to be Gebhardt, as I mentioned. Back to take it is going to be Calvin Smart. And they go the other side. Pretty smart decision. Short kick, field at the 15. And right up the gut it comes. And he's brought down. He breaks it wide here. And a chance as Gebhardt has to make the tackle at the 50-yard line. Great return for Kennedy.
Boy, great job by Gebhardt there saving it. That could have gone all the way. You know, Orange Lutheran special teams really got to eliminate these kind of plays. Something that's hurt them this season, giving up big plays in the special team game. Here we see some missed tackles, some great blocks by Kennedy. Got to tip your hat to them. But Orange Lutheran's really got to pick it up in the special teams game if they're going to have a chance tonight.
Good return that time. Corey Smith, a 37-yard return. Inside Orange Lutheran territory. Now we get our first look at Kyle Olson. Tit for tat with these two highly touted quarterbacks. The senior coming back. And Olson drops back with the pitch. And this one, nothing doing here. 1-yard gain. Eddie Pleasant brought down. Take a look at Kyle's numbers here. Pretty impressive stuff. 9 TDs, 5 INTs, and, well, nearly a 50% completion rate.
Well, again, we talked about Kyle in the opening. Very smart player, very smart quarterback. And, again, Coach Olson said the key's got to be getting his playmakers the ball, executing, reading the defense, and making the proper passes. If he can be smart tonight, get his playmakers the ball, the Kennedy offense is going to have a shot.
Kennedy now, 2nd and 8. This one from the 48, drop back for Olson, fires just across and close to a first down at the 40. Pinpoint pitch there from Mr. Olson, and that will take us to our Kennedy lineups. And you see Eddie Pleasant, the man who's carried, Robert Archuleta, Calvin Smart. These are a lot of athletic players. Luis Bustos plays on the other side, both sides of the ball, and John Salazar playing as a slot receiver sometimes. Valenzuela, Barry, the only upperclassman in the line. Hensley, Gutierrez, and Alex Cooper. Hensley, by the way, a pretty good basketball player in his own right.
Yes, and look for number 5, Edward Pleasant. He's back in the lineup. He's been out for the past 2 weeks with an ankle injury, so hopefully he can stay healthy tonight for the Kennedy.
Short yardage here, and straight up the guts they go. Good carry from Pleasant, and he's got the first down. Now we'll take us to our Orange Lutheran Lancers starting lineup on the defensive end. Michael Reardon, 6'6", would you believe it? At defensive end, Tim Kramer, David Kurt. And there you see the linebackers, Lucas Warren and Mont Warren, a menacing presence and a pretty speedy secondary.
Led linebacker crew, Christian, led by number 12, Blake Lucas, one of the top players. Coach says he's a top leader on the team. He's looking at Air Force and other schools, but a big-time player for Orange Lutheran.
First down in motion. Olson drops back, wants to take it himself, and can only find a sea of red. No gain here for the Fighting Irish. He had nowhere to go as he found himself all clogged up in the middle.
There you saw number 12, Blake Lucas. I'm talking about coming off the edge, causing pressure, but that whole Orange Lutheran defense working as a unit. They work great together, and they're going to be on a lot of gang tackles tonight.
2nd and 12, there they are, the student body representing their team today, traveling out to Brea Olinda here in East Orange County.
Yeah, their team's ranked number 5, undefeated. Whole student body's here tonight.
Friday night under the lights, out of the shotgun, Olson, the southpaw, has some daylight here. Olson trying to pitch it over the top on the sideline. And that one far overthrown.
And a smart play by Olson there, just throwing it away. He knows everyone was covered, didn't want to take a sack, put it where only his guy can get it. Went out of bounds, smart play by him.
Trying to link up there with Robert Archuleta.
Archuleta is their go-to guy, so look for Olsen to really try to feed him the ball tonight. He knows that he's their biggest playmaker.
So it's going to be 3rd and 12. And a bit of consternation here for Kennedy. Just inside the 40 here. See what Mr. Olsen has up his sleeve.
Got a lot of man coverage down below.
Out of the shotgun, bobbles it here, and a world of hurt. And this is going to be a big, big drop for the loss. And finally, a referee shows mercy. And, well, good play defensively there from Michael Reardon. It's clear that Olsen wasn't ready for this one at all, Chris.
Yes, he wasn't. He's trying to put his guy in motion here. He's waiting for him to cross his face. The center snaps the ball a little early. Definitely catches Olsen by surprise. So an unfortunate miscue for this Kennedy offense.
And you see the big giant Reardon stepping up there, the 6'6" junior. He's still growing. So first possession here, and the Fighting Irish forced the punt. And it's going to be Pimasa back to field it. And this one gets away. Low kick, not a good effort here from Kennedy, and that one will trickle out of bounds at the 33-yard line. All right, we're going to take a break. Final return, more coming up. It's Orange Lutheran and Kennedy here on our high school game of the week on FSN West 2. Stay with us.
Okay, guys.
On Fox, FSN West 2. So glad you could join us. Impressive opening drive there from Orange County Lutheran. Well, things started well for Mitch Olsen and his Kennedy side, but they eventually stifled and forced a punt on that first possession. That means Aaron Korb and company will take over.
You look for Aaron Korb in this Orange Lutheran offense to get 7 now. They know that 3 was great last drive, but they want to get in that end zone. Look for a big drive right now from the Lancers.
Korb with a 3-flank set to his left. One to the right or one back, and it was going to be a false start here against the Lancers. And you know that's going to aggravate head coach Jim Canal and his offensive coordinator Rod Sherman.
Yeah, that's not going to help the Lancers. Coach Kunau and his staff really prides in discipline, attention to detail. So when you have penalties like that this early in the game, that's really got to frustrate not only the players, but more especially the coaches.
It's going to be 1st and 15, 5-yard setback. Korb looking very mobile, showing you his versatility. Again, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. One tailback here as Korb takes this one. It's another keeper here, and this time, well, he runs into a wall of yellow and white. Fighting Irish limited to a short game. Got to ask you though, Mr. Ricks, is that the call and the play you want on 1st and 15?
Well, I'm surprised to see that. Obviously, the penalty sets them back 5 yards. They've been doing option on first downs in the past, but when you have that extra distance, you really think a team's going to throw the ball, especially a team like Orange Lutheran, who can throw the ball, can put the ball up in the air. So very surprising to see that.
Yeah, maybe a little reverse psychology, who knows? Who knows what's going through that man's mind? He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. Once again, 2 receivers set. Lucas wide out to the right. And left, it's going to be Alan Cadreau, one of their top receivers. So Korb in the back. Tyson Seneca lines up behind him, and again, the offense just can't seem to get set. Let's march off another 5 yards here, and well, such brilliance in the opening drive here and kind of stagnating here in the second.
Well, Christian, definitely look for them to throw the ball in this one. I'd be very, very surprised if they choose again to run the ball or do the option. So look for Korb to go to the air right here.
All right, it's going to be Seneca back there with the QB. Big Aaron Korb here in a 2nd and 19 facing Korb. He drops back and dropped for a loss. Clear back at the 15-yard line, and everything falling apart here on the 2nd drive of the night here for the Lancers. Great tackle and sack that time from Miles Tanner.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it here. Christian Kennedy comes with a blitz here on the outside, and Tyson Seneca, the fullback's got to see it. He's got to help his quarterback and pick up that blitz. He doesn't. He's looking the other way. Kennedy comes with a big play on defense, picks up a sack for a big loss.
18th tackle of the year for Miles Tanner, his first sack of the season. 3rd and 26. Korb drops it. Well, a draw play for Pimasa. And nothing doing that time. Another 2 or 3 yard loss here, and where they have not looked very impressive as Luis Bustos brings down the sophomore.
No, and obviously here Coach Kuhnau and his Lancer staff tries to surprise Kennedy, tries to catch him off guard, but it doesn't work, and they're gonna have to punt the ball.
Disappointing drive, 4th and 29. So Calvin Smart here to receive the punt.
Aaron Corp is also the punter, so he does a lot for this Lutheran team. He does.
What doesn't he do? And Corp's kick, a good one this time. And putting Smart on the back foot, waves for a fair catch, and the 45-yard line. It will be Kennedy starting inside Orange Lutheran territory, and things looking pretty good for the Fighting Irish, looking for their first points of the game. Well, time now to throw it down to Christian Steckel, who's got the latest on the Kennedy coaching situation.
Yeah, guys, a pretty unique situation for Kennedy. They're on top of the press box, who likes to call the game and coach the game from high above the field. I asked him why. I said, Coach, don't you want to be down on the sidelines and feel like you have a pulse for your team and know what's going on inside of their heads or feel the emotion? He said, no. He says, I've got guys on my staff who I trust on the sideline. Ted Canfield, the defensive coordinator, he pointed out especially who will get the job done for me. He says he runs the special teams, he calls some of the defensive plays, and he says the best view is from the top of the house.
Thank you, CT, all by his lonesome here, and this one quickly out. Well, poor effort that time from Kennedy as they try and find Sims on the pass from Olsen.
You know, we got a great shot up there, Christian, of Coach Olsen, and talking to him yesterday, he knows how big this game is. I mean, he has so much respect for this Orange Lutheran coaching staff and this team, and he's going to be very happy next year when they do leave the league. So he wants to get a win, and you saw obviously on his face the serious look. He knows that this team needs this win if they want to carry the confidence throughout the rest of the year and stay undefeated.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 here for Olsen.
Another shot of him there. He is all business.
His nephew takes the snap, and quick handoff. The pitch out, though. Chased down by Reardon. Brought firmly to the ground at the 45. You saw the speed there of Olsen, something we haven't seen, but, well, good pursuing that time from the number 8, Michael Reardon.
Yeah, great play by Reardon. I mean, he's not only a great football player, they say he's the best basketball player on the basketball team here at Orange Lutheran. So great athlete, great speed. Olsen's not going to have a great shot at outrunning him, beating him to the corner tonight.
Make a nice small forward. Or at the high school level, I guess center. Who knows?
Well, he focuses so much on basketball. He didn't play football last year as a sophomore. He hasn't played since his freshman year, so he's really trying to play catch-up.
3rd and 9 for Olsen. Drops back off the southpaw, going long, and routes tangled up that time. And, well, Kennedy equaling Lutheran's ineptness in the offense, and a disappointing sequence there for Kyle Olsen.
Yes, and that's a tough play for Olsen. He's got time. His offensive line is doing a great job protecting. He's got his receiver open. He just overshoots and puts a little too much on it. They can't get the completion.
So forced to kick here, Kennedy. And it's going to be Pemasa. Dangerous return and back. See if they can get a better kickoff this time off the left, and this one booms. Good hang time here. Pemasa waving for the fair catch, drops it. And a referee calling a halt to things here. It's Lutheran able to start from the 20. It's the SCSR, the nightly newscast dedicated to your own hometown team. Scores, interviews, and highlights. The Southern California Sports Report after the game, only on FSN West, where Southern California fans come first. Angels playoff, of course, interviews and analysis from Anaheim. Plenty to talk about after the game. Of course, the latest on USC football as well.
UCLA playing Washington State. That's a big game as well, Christian.
Yes. I'd be remiss if I missed that one. Corp out of the shotgun once again, and the quick draw. Nothing doing there. Short game, if any. Tomas has been effectively shut down by that intimidating defensive line here for Kennedy.
You know, Christian, we haven't seen Orange Lutheran go to the air much tonight, but don't be fooled. They're really trying to lure this Kennedy defense in, give them some more man-on-man coverages, bring guys in the box, and look for Corp and Coach Kuhnau to really hit these guys deep. So, you know, don't be fooled. They're going to go to the air here.
There's so many weapons with the mobility of Corp. It opens up so many options, and well, we see it right here in this lineup. One back set, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Out goes Tanner, and well, this one got completion here, and just out to the 25. Tyson Seneca, so 1 down and 3 to go. And after the end of our first quarter. It's the Lancers up 3-0. Make sure you stick around. Plenty more coming up. You're watching the high school football game of the week right here on FSN West 2.
High school football.
Nothing on Kennedy, and well, the number 5 Orange Lutheran, a team that can really put the points on the board, 138, and there you see the LA Times ranking just behind St. Bonaventure and ahead of Valencia.
Well, yeah, Orange Lutheran, 18-game winning streak. They haven't lost a league game since 1997, so a great streak even in league play, and they are the defending CIF Southern Section Division VI champion. So a great program put together here by Coach Kuhnau.
Southern Section football coming your way on a warm October evening here in East Orange County. Aaron Corp starting out the second quarter, 35 here for the Lancers. And this one rounded out to the right. It's Corp going long, trying to pick out his receiver wide open. And a great catch that time from Kyle Cordova. His 8th reception of the season. Strong game, and they really come out firing here.
Great play here by Orange Lutheran. Corp on the rollout. The safety can't cover both of those receivers. He chooses to cover the inside guy. Corp waits for the outside receiver to get open, hits him on a great pass. So big gain, big pickup. Way to get this momentum going for this Orange Lutheran offense.
Cordova with a 36-yard gain. Links up with his quarterback there. Big game receiver is Cordova. Coming off the right side at 1st and 10. And this draw set up for Pimasa, who fights and claws his way all the way up. And a flag on the play.
Looks like it's holding on the Lancers.
Looked to be the case. There you see.
You know, penalties really coming into play early for this Lancer offense. Surprising. We saw them here a couple weeks ago against Crenshaw. Not a lot of flags, not a lot of laundry thrown in that game. So right now, Orange Lutheran really hurting himself with the penalties and losing yardage when they need to be gaining.
Well, the penalties starting to become a factor here. Will aggravate any coach, especially Jim Kuhnau. He's a perfectionist. So all the way back to the 48 and making things much difficult here for the Lancers.
Yeah, and there you see Coach Kuhnau on his tight end, Blake Ailes. And he knows that miscues, especially regardless of X and O's, but in the penalty department, are not going to help this offense.
All right, 1st and 19 here for Aaron Corp. Seneca just behind him. Lucas wide to the right there with Kyle Cordova, and it's wide out. It is going to be for Lucas, who keeps it in and cuts it back all the way up now. That one to the 42.
Here we see Blake Lucas, number 12, was their stud linebacker. You know, he's also the captain of the volleyball team who won CIF last year, so this guy's impressive. That's why they're using him on both sides of the ball, because they need as many weapons as they can on that offensive side.
John Salazar with the tackle. So much versatility on the flanks. Seneca back there with Pimasa. They've shut Pimasa down, but turning to other weapons.
Talking to Coach Kuhnau, Christian, he says Lucas is a top leader on this football team.
Corp now, after the 6-yard gain, 2nd and 13 for Orange Lutheran. The drop back here from Corp finds Pimasa, who drags it back, and a short gain outside. It's going to be 3rd and long here, and well, Jim Kuhnau's going to have to reach out into his bag of tricks once again. Tackled that time by number 17, Andy Norton. Andy Norton, 4 tackles against Pacifica back on September 23rd. Gonna fight his way in regular starting rotation here in Empire League play. So once again, it's going to be the Lancers here put to the test. And expect Corp to air it out as we look at the 3rd down conversions. 50%, too shabby. Corp out of the shotgun here, the shovel pass here, and this one's gonna be shut down again. That Kennedy line, very stingy.
Again, really surprised with the amount of running that Orange Lutheran has done, especially on 3rd down. There they had 3rd and 9. Obviously, looks like a passing play. They choose to go for a little shovel pass, but don't pick up the amount of blocks needed, can't get the yardage. So be interesting to see what they do here.
Ed Pleasant with the tackle there on Blake Ailes. Blake Ailes, big 6'4", he's only a sophomore. This is a very big and very young team who now has. So it's going to be Corp now.
They're going for it.
They're going for it. 4th and 6. It's all or nothing right now for the Lancers, trying to send the message out of the shotgun. It's Corp, Pimasa wide to the right, picked off. Great interception here, and Kennedy will take over at the 28.
And that's something you can't do as a quarterback. Corp looks inside, he looked outside, came back inside. We'll take a look at it here on the replay. You know, as a quarterback, you go through natural progressions. Here you see Corp look inside, goes outside, and comes back. And you can't do that. The defense is going to recover on that. Take another look at it here. Holds the ball just a little too long. I thought he was going to go to his outlet, but he comes back inside. The defense was obviously flowing. They make the pick. Unfortunate play for Orange Lutheran.
Corey Smith with his first interception of the season reads that one to perfection. Poor ball there from Corp. Started so brightly and now starting to fade just a bit. So Kyle Olson takes over, 1st and 10.
He'll be back.
And Olson quickly hands off and straight up the guts we go.
And what Kennedy needs to do right here, they need to put a drive together. They can't go 3 and out. Obviously, you don't want them to have a turnover, but they really need to sustain a drive, start building their confidence if they're going to have a shot in this game.
2-yard gain for Pleasant. Eddie Pleasant coming back after missing the last 2 games with an ankle injury. Not exactly 100%. But his coach, Mitch Olson, saying this is a guy who reminds him of Rima McKnight, one of the stars here for Kennedy formerly, who went on to play at Notre Dame.
Yeah, Pleasant's a special player for this Kennedy team. They just hope he can stay healthy.
Olson's short drop here, and this one comes out for Robert Archuleta. Archuleta, another one of the starlets here for Kennedy.
Here we see Olson dropping back. It's a him route. He knows Archuleta's going to be out there on a hitch. Great pass to the outside. That's a spot where you want it. You don't want those out routes left inside where the defensive back can get it. Great placement there by Olson.
And he's the go-to guy, Archuleta. Likes to play in that slot receiver post.
Kennedy's got so many weapons with Pleasant in the backfield. Calvin Smart, who Coach Olson says reminds him of Work Done. But they also have Archuleta. Surprised that he is their go-to guy, but so many weapons on this Kennedy offense.
The offensive coordinator there for Orange Lutheran, Dan Hancock, talking to his boys. So it's going to be 1st and 10, and they get it. Hancock trying to alleviate the ineptness we saw from Orange Lutheran on their last possession. Game of inches right now, and Kennedy and Orange Lutheran fighting it out.
A lot of Olsons on this Kennedy team. You got Mitch Olson, the head coach. You got Kyle Olson, the quarterback, and his brother is the offensive coordinator.
Exactly, and Mitch, of course, Kyle's uncle. Not bad to have your dad's brother up there. He takes it in, perched solely by himself. 1st and 10. Short set, the pitch back now, and a good run forward here, and they break it nicely. Kennedy behind Edward Pleasant all the way up past the 50-yard line and into Lancer territory.
Great run by Pleasant. What a job fighting through tackles, not going down. This guy's a special guy. Hopefully he can stay healthy tonight for this Kennedy offense. Simple pitch right here, picks up some great blocks, breaks through the first wave here. Now watch him bounce off. Boom, right there. Stays up, puts a nice spin move, keeps fighting for yardage. That's what Pleasant and this Kennedy offense is going to have to do tonight if they're going to put up points against a stingy Orange Lutheran defense.
And it takes both Benmassa as well as Blake Lucas to bring down the number 5. Good run there from Pleasant. 6 foot, 200 pounds, big, strong back, plenty of mobility, and trying to get past that ankle injury. It looks as though that may be firmly in the pass, and we're going to have a false start here against the Fighting Irish. Only delay here as the clock had expired. All right, well, time now to check in with Christian Steckel, who's got more on Kyle Olson. CT?
Yeah, guys, as you mentioned earlier, it is a family affair for the Olsons at Kennedy, isn't it? When I talked to head coach Mitch Olson about his nephew, Kyle Olson, I said, look, what is it about this kid that makes him so good? He said, look, he understands the entire offense. He knows where every guy on the field is supposed to be. He can step into the huddle, lead, he has command, and these guys believe in him. And he said he's a tough kid. And Chris, you can attest to this. It is vital to understand what every guy on the field is supposed to do when you're the quarterback.
It's going to be Olson. Long drop here, and some big yards to gain, and gang tackle there. Far side, and well, nothing working out for the Fighting Irish.
Well, definitely Christian Steckel, as you said, about about Kyle Olson, the quarterback here for Kennedy. It is vital, especially when you're in a system with so many options and so many things that pay attention to detail. He does a great job, but I mean, I'm not surprised. This kid's got a 4.3 GPA, as we talked about in the open, and those are all in honors classes, Christian. Those aren't even just regular classes.
It's not basket weaving. He's a smart kid.
Very impressive. He's a solid student athlete for this Kennedy team.
And he may not be the athlete that Corp is, but he does the best with what he's got. Good arm. Interesting to see him drop out with that southpaw style.
He does, and he's very fundamentally sound. Gets his playmakers the ball, and again, that's really going to be the focus tonight. He can't win this game tonight by himself. He's got to get the ball to his playmakers.
And this one from Olson going long, trying to air it out, and that one tipped up and out. Well, trying to link up there with Salazar.
Surprised there on Kennedy. They only had one option downfield. We'll take a look at it here on the replay. Ends up being in triple coverage. You know, when Olson here is looking for someone to get open, looks backfield, and he's got his receiver, but there's only one guy on the backside. There's nothing else to hold these other defenders, so throwing in a triple coverage is tough. Fortunate there wasn't a turnover.
Strong secondary that time from the Lancers. Bring up a 3rd and 20 here for Olson and co. Low-scoring affair. We expected a lot of offensive fireworks tonight, but that has not been the case. Penalties have hurt both teams, and some stalwart defending as well.
Well, that's the thing, Christian. When these teams are starting to get drives going, penalties are really killing them.
It's going to be a kick here from Olson, who sends it down. Surprise, surprise, and that's going to trickle well into Lancer territory.
Good bounce for the Fighting Irish.
That went all the way down to about the 7-yard line. And we're going to take a timeout here. 52-yard kick. When we return, it will be Lutheran taking over 3-0 here for the Lancers. Welcome back. 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. It's Orange Lutheran 3-0 over Kennedy. Make sure you stick around. Coming up at halftime, plenty of goings on. We'll have the high school spotlight scoreboard update here. And of course, our own Christian Steckel will have a profile of the Oaks Christian quarterback, Jimmy Clausen, plus highlights and stats and analysis here from our man Chris Ricks up in the booth from the first half of play between these two teams going in our Empire League opener.
You know, Christian, I don't know if you noticed, but that last play, Kennedy punted on 3rd down. So very surprising play by their offense. And obviously they surprised Orange Lutheran because they had no one deep. It was 3rd down, they punted the ball, but bad field position right now for the Lancers.
And they will start all the way back from inside their own 10, well inside. And Corp, quick handoff here, straight up the guts it goes. Tyson Seneca breaks it down the middle before he's brought down just past the 30-yard line. Great gain on the draw play there from the Lancers.
Well, they're out of that bad field position. Take a look here in replay. Real quick handoff to Seneca, busted up the middle, outrunning Kennedy defenders. They catch up with them, bring them down, but a big gain. Very key for Orange Lutheran to get out of their own red zone here.
Now that'll alleviates a lot of pressure here for the Lancers, and room here for Corp to get a little bit more comfortable.
Now they can air it out. More comfortable now.
Midway through the second quarter, rounding out to the left here is Corp. The pitch to Pamasa, fine tackle in the backfield as Pamasa is dropped for a loss. Great stop that time by the number 21, Eric Archer.
You know, and really what kills this play here, Christian, is Matt Moreno's block. He's got to get this block on the outside. He misses a block. There you see the Kennedy DB get by, make the tackle. If he can pick up that block, there's no one else out there, and Pamasa can run a long way, but that really hurt him. Can't get by that one guy.
Aggressive defense there from Eric Archer, the senior defensive back. Been a big surprise this season, and much to the delight of Mitch Olson. Makes it more difficult here for the Lancers. 2nd and 11. Corp out of the shotgun, flanked by 2 backs. Corp with the drop back and fires down the middle and finds a wide open Blake Ailes all the way up here to the 45-yard line.
Blake Ailes, what a special tight end for this Lutheran team. He's one of the top tight ends in Southern California. Here we take another look at it here. Wide open over the middle. The linebackers vacate to cover the backs. Ailes is wide open over the middle. He's going to be a high-level D1 recruit this year. He's got 3 touchdowns in the season. Very efficient and very dependable for this Lancer offense.
2 of those touchdowns coming against Mater Dei. Jim Canal definitely knows he's got a diamond there in the receiving court. Blake Ailes only a sophomore, already being recruited by D1 schools. Pretty amazing. 1st and 10. A quick handoff for Pamasa. up to the 45. A short gain here for the Lancers.
You know, talking to Coach Kuhnau this week, Christian, we just got a shot of him there on the sideline. Very classy coach, cares about his players, cares about the families, and he really values this program. Great guy to talk with, and just a high-quality coach for this Lutheran team. Can't say enough about him.
Pimasa will come off, get a breather here. Corp, by the way, 7 of 10 for 85 yards and 1 pick. Still yet to really air it out tonight. Expecting that dazzling play to break out any time here. It's Corp, short gainer here, just past it. A first down here for the Lancers as they pick and claw their way into Kennedy territory.
Nice, firm, crisp pass from Corp to Cadro. Big pickup for the Lancers.
Alan Cadro, there you see the 6'3" junior, 190 pounds. A lot of that receiving core, well over 6 feet tall, and you wonder if that will come into play here. So 1st and 10 once again, under 4 minutes remaining here for the Lancers as we look for the game's first TD.
Cadro with the catch, he's got a 4.1 GPA.
I tell you. On the field off, they do it all here. Fake on the draw, it's a keeper for Corp who breaks it here. Corp breaks it past the 35, down to the 30 before he's brought down just before the 25-yard line.
Great cutback on that run by Corp.
Quarterback keeper here, and a good gain here for Corp.
Yeah, well, here we have a great end zone shot by our guys. Corp runs the option, cuts up, gets into that second wave, sees he can cut back, and does it, leaves him one-on-one. Unfortunately, can't get back by that last defender, but a great pickup, great run by Aaron Corp. What an athlete this kid is.
And you see, well, he's tops in rushing as well. Pretty amazing. That's coming into tonight as well, so he's going to tack on to that.
Well, the kid's a great athlete. He also plays basketball and track here at Lutheran. He's pretty good as well.
1st and 10. A quick draw, another keeper here for Corp, but this time dropped for a loss. Fine tackle again in the backfield. Meantime, Corey Smith coming forward.
Yeah, great play by Smith, not being fooled, not biting on that run fake up the middle, stays home, he's able to make the tackle on Corp.
And once again, Smith coming back to haunt Corp. He's the one who picked him off earlier.
See here, quick fake up the middle. Corp thinks he's gonna get this defensive end and bite up, doesn't. Unfortunately, can't get outside there. Great play defensively for Kennedy. They needed that.
1 yard loss. Smith sets his sights once again on Corp. Seneca in the back. 2 receivers set wide to the right. And it's going to be Corp on the bootleg here, trying to pick it out. And this one nearly picked off. Trying to find Kyle Cordova again, but that one broken up well by Norton.
Well, that's the same play they ran earlier, sending 2 guys deep, forcing that safety to commit to one. Fortunately on this one, Corp needs to wait just a little longer, wait for his receiver to get by that safety, put a little air on it. He throws it a little flat, gives the safety a chance to pick that. Luckily, that wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, you saw it. Cordova had lost his man. I guess you're saying some 11th hour defending, I guess you could call it there, from Norton.
Of course, just got to wait a little longer, make that safety, make a decision, and then hit the open guy a little too early on that pass.
9th play of the drive here. 3rd and 11. It's all or nothing here for Corp, who drops back on the blitz, and this one for Seneca past the 25 and down to the 20, and they're not going to get the first down here.
Boy, Corp is lucky he got that one off. Here we see Seneca down. Hopefully he's okay. We'll take a look at here on the replay. It's a throwback screen. Corp rolling to his right. I thought he was going to get blindsided here. He feels this guy coming, gets it off just in time to Tyson Seneca. But he's down with an injury. Hopefully it's nothing serious. He can stay in this ball game.
Someone blowing their assignment on the left line, and you can see right here, ouch.
It's his right ankle.
Seneca, man who opens the doors for Pimasa time and time again, but a chance to shine in his own right, if you will. It's going to be a big loss should he not be able to continue. We approach the 2-minute warning.
And hopefully it just got twisted bad. Hopefully it's not a sprain or even a break, but those ankle injuries are tough. I sprained my ankle my senior year at Florida State, and you think it's such a little injury, but those ankle injuries are very tricky. It's tough to come back from those when your ligaments and your joints and everything down there are really tweaked and go the way they're not supposed to go.
Those type of injuries, they just come back to haunt you as the season wears on. All right, we're going to take a break. Orange County Lutheran on the march here. 3-0. Back with more after this.
You're watching FSN West 2.
Welcome back. Orange County Lutheran on the march here. 3-0 over Kennedy. And, well, Tyson Seneca coming off that ankle injury and doing pretty well. But we take a look at the breakdown here and a little bit of a mix of everything.
Yeah, real balance here by the Lancers offense. Again, I'm surprised to not see them go to the air more. Look for them to do that here in the rest of the first half and coming back in the second half. But the big story is great to see Tyson Seneca jog off the field after hurting his ankle.
So it's going to be fourth. About 4 to go here. The drop from Corp. Corp trying to look around here, and the connection's made. And good grab that time from Blake Lucas. And that's going to be very, very close, but he might have to bring the chains out with that one, but looks as though he's probably got it.
Nice play here by Corp. You see him waiting for Lucas to get open here on the outside. Throws a strike to the outside. And again, on those out routes, you can't leave those inside where the defender can get a great placement. Plenty of velocity, get to the outside, and pick up the first down.
With a dying quail of a pass there from Corp. But
it had enough on it, Christian.
Yeah, credit Lucas for coming back to get it. So 1st and 10 here. And we're going to have a timeout here for the Lancers. Corp did not like the set. They had problems getting set tonight. A couple of moments of disorganization. Actually, an official's timeout, we've caught word. Want to make sure everything's just set. Beautiful night here at Brea Olinda. Empire League opener, and now, well,
Kennedy will call a timeout.
Yeah, it's going to be Kennedy. So things getting themselves set here, and it's Orange Lutheran on the march. Kennedy definitely on the back foot right now. They want to get reset here, and, well, they've seen so many things, all kinds of sets thrown at them. What can we expect here inside the red zone, Chris?
Well, that's why they called the timeout, Christian. They need to get regrouped. They need to make sure that they're in the best defensive set possible to hold this Orange Lutheran team from scoring.
Time now to check in with Christian Steckel. CT, what do you got for us?
Guys, Mitch Olson told me before this game, he said, look, we might not match up man for man with these guys, but if we can get it to the second half in a close ball game, we believe we can win. He said the bottom line for us is, look, we want to walk off the field at the end of the game knowing we were the more tough team, the more physical team, and that we took it to them. And through one half, Kennedy is hanging tough with Orange Lutheran.
Well, funny you say that, CT. Lutheran not walking off the field. Kennedy doesn't have a locker room, so they'll be sitting at the end zone. So it may be a short walk there for Mitch Olson and his boys.
You know, it's so funny talking to Coach Olson yesterday and describing his defense. Here we're going to see his defense try to make a goal line stand. He said, hey, we need to play like our hair is on fire. He's very adamant about this defense playing with energy, playing with enthusiasm. We'll see if they can get the stop here against the Lancers.
All right. Corp trying to put out that fire, and it's Seneca right at the gut. Touchdown, Lancers. Seneca on the burst, and Orange Lutheran up and rolling. A 12-yard run there from the Lancer fullback.
Well, unfortunately, they didn't play like their hair was on fire on that play. Couple missed tackles, didn't pursue as well as they could have. Here we see Seneca breaking through. Big run for the Lancers, big score. They needed that right now.
Tyson Seneca slowly emerging as the hero of this game on a night when we expected Ricky Pemasa to take over. The 5th touchdown of the season, and the extra point bounces off and no good. And that may come back to haunt them there. A blown opportunity for the Lancers to take a 10-point lead. But 9 not too bad. Kennedy still yet to get on the board, and it's been, well, all Lancers here in the first half at 1:25. And you think Mitch Olson's side, well, backs up against the wall, trying to make a difference.
We'll take a look at it here. See, they've been running the ball up here all night long. So you see Kennedy pursuing there. Now they also have to stay home with the option guy here. So that really keeps the Kennedy defense in limbo. Enables Seneca to bust up there, get the touchdown.
Ramelsburg, his 2nd point after attempt missed this season. But Tyson Seneca continues his dazzling ways. Direct runner, strong. That's what you like out of that player. Seneca, 5'10", 185 pounds. He's only a sophomore. Averages nearly 5 yards a carry, and, well, upping it right there. So We're going to have a kickoff here.
Yes, Christian, you talk about Seneca only being a sophomore. There's so much youth on this Lutheran team. So look, over these next couple of years, these guys are really going to be a team to be reckoned with.
And fielded inside the 9 on the Ramelsburg kit. Right up the guts they come. Good return here for Kennedy.
Again, we see special teams breakdown for Lutheran. Let them getting out to the 30-yard line. That play probably could have gone farther if he didn't slip.
No, this one straight up.
There's just not much pursuit there by the Lancer special teams. If he gets through that hole,
Daryl Jones there, and you take a look at the scoring drive. But Daryl Jones with a nice return. 11 plays, 92 yards, capped off by the Seneca 12-yard run. So it's going to be the hurry-up offense here for Kennedy. And we'll see what Mitch Olson's side. This is where your coaching really comes into play.
Well, yeah, Coach Olson's really going to want to get a score before the half. Even if it's 3 points, they need to get on the board here before halftime.
Olson out of the set, drops back, fires across the middle, up and over the top, a long gainer here, and it's broken. Kennedy to the 20, the 15, the 10, touchdown.
What a pass by Olson to number 7, Robert Archuleta, the go-to guy. Big play. Boy, they really needed that before the half. That's really going to get their confidence going coming out of halftime.
I tell you what, right on cue, they pull something out of their bag of tricks, 68-yard game. And then you see he loses his shoe en route to the promised land.
Well, what they did here, Christian, they overloaded everyone to one side and put one-on-one backside. Archuleta with the DB. Got the inside leverage, ran the seam route. Perfect throw by Olson. Big play for Kennedy.
So Kennedy with the quick retaliation. And Kyle Olson and company, after being shut out for much of the first half, come back in resounding fashion. And a big, long gainer for their big man on campus, Robert Archuleta. Here's the fake on the pitch out. And just like that, make it another 2 points for Archuleta.
Creativity, I like that, Christian.
He does it all. Talk about a good piece of improvisation. This is, we talked about what's in the bag of tricks here for Kennedy. Mitch Olson comes up with a good, very creative drive, and a lot of fruit to show for it.
Well, that's what you see in teams, even at the college level. When you see teams that are inferior, maybe don't have all the talent of the other team, they really have to make it up with those special plays, the trick plays. So Coach Olson and this Kennedy staff does a great job on this drive, not only in hitting the patented play on the post route, but also in the 2-point conversion.
7th touchdown of the season for Archuleta, the 5'11" senior. So Lucas back to receive along with Pimasa, and it's going to be the kick here. And Seth Guardado lets it rip, and it's going to be Pimasa from the 5. Pimasa with some space here, rounds at 25, 30, 35, 40. Pimasa looking to break it past midfield and brought down at the 44.
You know, we talk about breakdowns in the special team for Orange Lutheran. There you see one by Kennedy. A lot of missed pursuits on that one, missed assignments. Great run by Pimasa.
Let's take a look back at the touchdown here and how it opened up. Kennedy with a little trickery.
Again, everyone is overloaded on this side. Olson rolls out that way, comes back. He's got one-on-one post. Great angle. Great job here by Archuleta outrunning the defensive back.
Archuleta running underneath the coverage, pays dividends. Hey, don't take any timeouts yet or go to the refrigerator, because this one still with some time remaining. Well,
Kennedy's going to call one here.
Kennedy with their 2nd time out of the first half. And once again, they called Archuleta the go-to guy coming into tonight. Well, that certainly proves to be the case. The other go-to guy, Pimasa, really coming up with the goods here.
Here we'll take another look here at the kickoff return. Pimasa does a great job reading his blocks, finding an alley, outrunning Kennedy defenders. Almost springs it here. Gets tripped up there, slows up. Obviously, Kennedy makes a tackle there, but a great return. That out to the 50-yard line. Great field position for the Lancers.
Good return that time. Longest return of the season there for Pimasa. Up at 48 yards.
You know, there we got a great shot of the Orange Lutheran student body. And Orange Lutheran here, they really have a family atmosphere with their fans, with their students. In the modern day game, both schools combined raised $30,000 for the Hurricane Katrina Relief Fund. So a great atmosphere here, a great family for the Lancers. Really got to tip your hats to this program.
I think you're just trying to get in good with the Orange Lutheran mothers to get some of that free barbecue. I can smell it here, and what a great night for football. So glad you could join us on FSM West too, and it's turning out to be everything we thought it would be. Lutheran on the march. inside Fighting Irish territory. Corp with Seneca behind him. On the drop now, Corp. Little pressure, goes down long, wide open. Blake Lucas catches, breaks the tackle and in. Touchdown, Orange Lutheran.
Great play by Corp, waiting on his receiver.
And it's going to be Blake Lucas.
Blake Lucas, the stud on defense, also coming through on offense. They know he's a playmaker. They say he's one of the top players on the team. Here we see him running a post route. Corp waits for him to get past that last level of coverage. Great catch and a great move there on the safety to get in the end zone. What a way to strike back for this Lancer team.
Second touchdown of the season for Lucas, so we'll get set here for the extra point for Ramelsberger. He had some problems last time. Well, Huckleberry gets a hold of it. Ramelsberger splits the uprights, and, well, tit for tat, I tell you. We go back and forth up and down the field, and Lutheran right back on top with an 8-point advantage here. 48 seconds remaining in the first half. They were worried. That quick strike to Archuleta really matched by Lucas. Great play for the Lancers.
You know, here we'll see here on the replay, Christian, Corp dropping back. Now he's really going to wait for his play, wait for his receiver to get past, again, that last level of coverage. Really forces a safety to make a decision. Waits it out, waits it out. He's got him open deep. Great pass, gets enough air on it. Great job by Orange Lutheran.
And it's Lucas sneaking in there, the 6'1", 195-pound senior.
Here you see a shot of Corp.
Interesting, one play drive once again, just like Kennedy, but the last 3 plays resulting in touchdowns for both offenses. So we shall see what happens here. Perhaps more fireworks before the break, and this one keyed up, and well, exactly teed up well by the Lutheran kicker, and this one straight up the guts once again.
Big return by these kickoff teams, getting out to the 30, 40, even with that last one, Orange Lutheran got out to the 50. So special teams, as far as the coverage, not faring well on both sides of the ball.
Return that time from Calvin Smart, the 5'8" senior, playing a specialty role on special teams. So Olsen and company go right back to work, and it seems they were just in this situation a few moments ago.
Yeah, and I think they'll want to get another score, Chris, before the half. Hey, they're going to take a shot. They have really have nothing to lose here.
Olsen aired it out in the first one. We'll see what he has plans for this time. Olsen with the drop, 3 receivers set. Back for Salazar, who bobbles it, and that one not caught. It's going to be 2nd and 10. A little too hot to handle there for Salazar.
Well, yeah, that's a tough pass when they're low and they're coming hard like that. And that would have been a great catch by Salazar. But good job, Molson, getting rid of the ball, not taking the sack with pressure in his face.
The outside receiver smothered that time by the man who scored the touchdown a minute ago, Blake Lucas. Not too shabby, doing it at both ends of the field tonight.
Olsen here running the hurry-up offense, trying to get something going here. He's only got 35 seconds left.
On the draw, tricky play, straight up the guts they come, but the Lancers shut it down. Nothing doing there. Short gain, if that.
Yeah, really surprising. It looks like they're probably just going to try to run out the clock here. They're not going to take another shot at the end zone. Don't want to risk a turnover. Not a bad decision by Coach Olsen.
Carry that time from Ed Pleasant. The man who, well, his coach says reminds him of Bremen McKnight. Can also line up as a slot receiver. And there you see coach is leaving his perch, going down to the end zone for the halftime team talk.
I'm sure he wants to talk to his team at halftime.
So it is halftime, and our score here, Orange Lutheran 16, Kennedy 8. And we'll take a look back at our last touchdown, a flurry at the end here of the opening stanza, and it was Corp finding a wide open Blake Lucas, who made no mistake and beats the secondary here, breaks the tackle and sticks it in the end zone. Well, and this one really ending in emphatic fashion. The Orange Lutheran back up against it off that Archuleta touchdown moments before, but a resounding response, and the Lancers sticking a dagger in the heart. Well, time now to check in with Christian Steckel, who's down there with Coach Kunau. Christian.
All right, guys, thanks, Coach. A flurry of activity there at the end of the first half. Assess your team's play thus far.
Well, I thought defensively we were pretty good except for one play. Offensively, we really sputtered, but give the credit to Kennedy on that. That's because they're playing very well.
If this game comes down to a late field goal, how confident are you in your guy to go out there and get the job done?
Oh, I'm confident in our guys. Absolutely.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank
Good luck
you.
in the second half. Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, thanks, CT. That's exactly what we expected. So it's halftime here in a high school game of the week, and it's Kennedy down 8 as Lutheran with 16 points on the board. Back with more after this. Christian Steckel, who's standing by with Kennedy head coach Mitch Olson.
All right, guys, thanks, Coach. A great first half for your team. You told me if we're in this game late, I'm happy.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, back up to you.
Thanks, CT, and well, we expect Mitch Olson to take his post at the top of the press box there all by his lonesome. That's where he likes to watch the game and lets his offensive and defensive coordinators run the show on the sidelines. The man running the show right now for Orange Lutheran is Aaron Corp. Pretty good first half for him.
Yeah, Aaron Corp has done a great job warming up at the end of the first half. One thing, he's got his ball to 7 different receivers, really spreading the ball around. Look for him to do more of that in the second half.
Aaron Corp, he talked about his versatility, and we are underway as Ramelsberger kicks off. And this one fielded at the 8. Smart running forward, just past the 25, missed tackles, breaks another one all the way up to the 32-yard line. Special teams looking pretty good tonight here for the Fighting Irish.
The special teams looking good on both sides for the returns, not looking good as far as the coverages.
Here it is. Smart just breaking through that sea of red. 1, 2, before he's brought down by about 3 Lutheran special teamers.
Calvin Smart, we know why he's a great player. Coach Olson says he reminds him of Ward Dunn. Now we can see why, but also a great kid, says Coach Olson.
3 receivers set wide to the right. They go right up the middle and up to the 35 for a short gainer. Once again, Pleasant with the carry. He's a workhorse tonight, putting it all on his shoulders, and pretty broad shoulders they are. 200 pounds, 6 feet tall. Junior with 1 more year to play, so just gets better and better. The future looks pretty bright here for Mitch Olson and his Fighting Irish side. Kyle gets the play here from his offensive coordinator.
Olson trying to get his guys lined up in the slot, making sure everyone's square. A smart kid, that's his job for this offense.
Out of the shotgun, the shovel pass forward here, and a bit of trickery here from Kennedy. It's Salazar just past midfield, and a big, big gain here for the Irish.
Nice play here by Kennedy, getting things started, doing a little trickery again, something they've relied on in the first half, something they're probably going to do more in the second half. Nice little shovel pass, catches Orange Lutheran on their heels. Take a look at it here. Very simple play by Olson, just catch it, pitch it to Salazar, gets around the end, picks up some good blocks, picks up good yards and first down.
Big hole there for the 175-pound senior. 16-yard gain, and things looking good as well, Kennedy thought they had cut the lead there, but now Lutheran coming back at the end of the first half. Perhaps another chance for a quick strike here.
See, and you see Kennedy signaling the plays, or you saw 3 people signaling the plays. Those are dummies. You don't know which one is actually calling the play.
Once again out of the shotgun, Olson straight down the middle and dropped. This time by the number 5, Pleasant. Uncharacteristically so.
Yeah, and Pleasant's got to come up with that ball. There's no one around him. It's a perfect pass, hits him right in the number. That's tough for Kenny. When they really need plays, they really need to be moving the ball to drop a guaranteed pass like that.
It's got to be weird to be taking plays from your older brother.
Yeah, and again, we see 2 players. One of those players might actually be calling the play. The coach may be calling a dummy play, so you're not sure.
2nd and 10 for Olson. Quick pursuit here by the Lancers over the middle, and that one incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, and these are the plays you see in football that you don't want to see very often. You see a quarterback rolling. Olson, you're throwing against his body. Those are tough when your target is stationary or even behind you and not moving and mirroring with you. Tough pass. Fortunate it wasn't intercepted.
There is Kyle's older brother, Ryan. Dummy calls. I tell you, it's like who's on first.
Well, I think the coach is calling that play. You see the players, they're kind of just making up hand signals, so Orange Lutheran will probably pick up on that. The coach is signaling the play.
Once again out of the shotgun, rolls left. Olson trying to pick out his target. It's a keeper trying to go for the sideline. It's going to be well short of the first down.
He didn't have anyone open there. Smart decision by Olsen again, we've talked about him. Smart kid, 4.3 GPA. It shows why he's smart right there, not forcing the ball into coverage.
And brought down by Kevin Warren here.
See, he doesn't have anyone, decides to just run it, pick up a couple yards.
He doesn't have that lightning quick speed, but he's a little bit more mobile than people think.
He is. You know, both of these quarterbacks, you know, they're not running 4.3, 4.4 40s, but they can make things happen with their feet when things break down.
Olsen back to punt. 4th and 4. Beginning of the third quarter here in a high school game of the week, and they fake the set now. 2 receivers right, 2 left.
And try to
one back.
Get him to draw him off sides.
And a gamble here for Mitch Olsen as they try and draw him off sides, like you say. A hard count, and Lutheran doesn't budge.
Not going to work against Lutheran. They're a very disciplined team. They've been taught, watch the ball. Not going to fool them on that one.
Well, that's where composure and poise, but Mitch Olsen pulling out yet another trick. I tell you, he's got a full arsenal up there. What's going through his mind?
You know, he's really just trying to get things going, sustain a drive, start moving the ball downfield, because he knows he's going to have to score a couple touchdowns at least in the second half if they're going to have a chance.
So they take the 5-yard penalty. And they'll kick just inside their own 40. Olsen's left-footed boot. And fielding here as Pamasa waves it off, and this one takes a favorable bounce, and great field position here as Kennedy downs it just inside the 1-yard line. All right, we're going to step aside. We'll be right back with more. Lutheran leading Kennedy 16-8. Here in the third quarter, it's our high school football game of the week. Kennedy down 8 here to number 5, Orange Lutheran. I'll tell you what, Orange Lutheran plays you even in the first half, but in the second half, Chris, well, they hold you pretty tight and they blow you out of the water.
Well, yeah, Chris, and it looks like a USC type offense for this Orange Lutheran team. Let teams hang in the first half and then blow them out in the second half. So look for them to obviously put up more points in the second half of play.
They'll start deep inside their own territory here. Lancers behind Corp. First possession here in the second half for the hosts tonight. The quick handoff, and Seneca, a short gain for him. I'll tell you what, that 7 points that we talked about going back to that Nike stat was, well, only succumbed in their opener against Lancaster in the second half, a match which saw them march on to victory 27-14.
Well, this Lutheran team has done a great job this season really fighting, especially as we've seen in the second halves against Mater Dei, a big win versus them. Came back, they were down 19-0 to Santa Margarita, came back and won in the second half, and also against Crenshaw a couple weeks ago. So they've really put together strong second halves this season.
2nd and 6 here. Bootleg, quick pitch out. Pimasa brought down by Salazar. Great open field tackle. Now check that. That's going to be the number 21, Eric Archer.
You know, we see here on the replay with the option, trying to get out of this end zone. 36, John Michael Davis has really got to make that block there to spring his running back. By missing that block, enables Kennedy to get in and make the tackle. Left a lot of yards on that play.
Archer not fooled one bit. Took a little bit more than that to get past the Wiley Jr. Only 150 pounds, I tell you, he's got some quick legs. 3rd and 7 here. Key possession for the Lancers, trying to establish the tone here in the second half. Off the shotgun in the end zone, fires across the middle, and wide open here for Blake Ailes, all the way up and out of bounds at the 20. So some breathing room here and a first down for the Lancers.
Another great catch by the tight end, number 88, Blake Ailes. Wide open over the middle. We saw that play earlier. Corp just waits him out. See this big area open in here. Just wait for him to get in there. Big game for Lutheran.
Right under the coverage, 16-yard gain for the 6'4" sophomore. He's growing. He's 215 and counting. So a little breathing room here for Corp. 2 receivers, 1 wide each side on the quick pitch. It's a keeper here. Out for Pimasa. He's got some space to work with. Pimasa past the 35 and down at the 40. Brought down that time by Archuleta.
Great job by Corp, waiting to the last second to make that pitch. I don't know if you saw it after the play, but he throws the defender down on the ground. Aaron Corp, a strong kid. See him here coming on the option, making the pitch. Now he takes his defender and throws him to the ground, but a great run by Ricky Pimasa.
20-yard gain here from Pimasa.
Here it is, Corp taking, just throws him to the ground. I like this kid, reminds me a lot of me.
He does. I'm watching that Chris Ricks video. In motion, Pimasa, quick pitch out here for Seneca, up the guts, and a big, strong runner grinds it out up to the 48. Brought down by his counterpart for Kennedy, Pleasant.
So many talented players on both these teams that go both ways, want to help their team in both aspects of the game on offense and defense. So that's something that really impressed me with these high school teams when they don't limit their guys to one side of the ball.
Second and long here for Orange Lutheran. Another very set. Lucas wide right. Out there with Cordova. He looks left, trying to pick it out. And this one dropped by Alan Cadreau.
Well, I'd say both teams were lucky on that play. Number one, Kennedy almost has the interception here, so lucky for Corp and Orange Lutheran. That guy doesn't pick that ball. And then Kennedy's lucky that Cadreau doesn't come down with that, because he could have been gone. There was no one else behind him.
Well, certainly meeting the displeasure there of the Lancer quarterback. Aaron Corp, 6'3", 185 pounds, a junior. Has his work cut out for him right here. Cordova goes wide of Lucas. Corp drops, looks right, shoots left, and finds himself an open Cordova. Just past the 50-yard line. It looks as though he's got the first down here. Tackle again by Archer. Continues to be all over the place.
Great job here by Corp.
Lights. Kennedy dropping back behind Olson. Bootleg left over the head of Pleasant and caught just at past midfield that time by Michael Zaun, who's been very quiet tonight.
Great pass by Kyle Olson here.
And
rolling to his left, throwing against his body. Here we'll take a look at it here. He's rolling left, waiting for his guy up top to come open. Throws it to a spot where only he can get it. Doesn't throw behind him where the defender can get it. Great placement, big pickup for Kennedy.
And it's John Salazar with the grab there. 21-yard gain, a big gain at that. There he is, Ryan Olson, Kyle's older brother. Calling the plays tonight. Out of the shotgun, Olson escapes the pressure and finds his way up to the number 7, Archuleta.
Great play by Olson, negating the blitz here. They come off the end, free man, unblocked. See him right here on the edge. He knows the blitz is coming, stands in there, gets the pass to the outside shoulders receiver. Very efficient, very well done by Kyle Olson. Here we see a shot of Archuleta. Had a big touchdown at the end of the first half.
You only see to have their win taken out of their sails by Blake Lucas. Lutheran able to reclaim that 8-point advantage. The Irish trying to dig into that now. Smart in motion to the backfield, a quick handoff, and no gain there. Down to the nitty-gritty at the end of the third. Time now to throw it down to Christian Steckel.
Hey guys, you gotta love the ball control offense of Kennedy right now, don't you? This is an offense who loves to spread you out, go 4 wides, but they're pounding the football using a short precision passing attack. And Chris, look, they're only down 1 score deep into the third quarter, hanging around. You gotta like their chances.
You gotta like it indeed. 3rd and short here. This one, a direct pitch now on a bulldozing run once again, and Pleasant just pulls his way all the way up to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Irish.
See a direct snap here to Edward Pleasant. He's determined to get this first down. Bowling through Lutheran defenders, not letting anyone take him down. Ends up losing his helmet on the play, but picks up the first down. Great job running by Edward Pleasant.
Blue-collar run. And you heard it from Mitch Olson. He said his kids play blue-collar football.
They do, and hats off to Pleasant. Again, he's been out for the past 2 weeks with an ankle injury. They were hoping he was going to be able to go tonight. They went with him, and fortunately, he's staying healthy, proving to be an offensive force for this Kennedy team.
So 1st and 10 here for Mitch Olson and company, putting together quite a drive. This one from the 30-yard line. Olson drops, fires across the middle, and that one tipped. It really should have been grabbed there by Ed Pleasant.
That was tough. Olson had the blitz coming in his face, had to get the ball off, force him to throw the ball a little high because he couldn't sit in there and really step into that pass.
Jake Fay there on the coverage for Orange Lutheran. Second down and 10. And there's the decoy calls we talked about earlier.
It's like that hat game at the baseball games where they have the ball under the helmet. It's like, is it 1, 2? The third guy.
Who knows? I can't make any sense of it.
I think it's a coach.
I'm gonna have to go with you too. In motion, Calvin Smart joining Olsen in the backfield. A quick pitch out here for Pleasant. Shirt tackle, drop for a big loss here, and Orange Lutheran getting behind the O-line and making some damage. Ricky Pemesa right there. All right, we're gonna step aside. Orange Lutheran leading 16-8. Back with more on our high school football game of the week here on FSN West 2 after this.
I don't want to.
Points over Kennedy here, deep into this one. Start of the fourth quarter, and well, it's going to be third quarter over here. Hi. Yes. Yes. Here we are at Brea Olinda. I'll tell you what, a great night, great fans, some great barbecue. If you ever get in this neck of the woods for a football game, try the bratwurst with kraut. I highly recommend it. Just below Mitch Olsen, he has a bird's eye view, watching his Kennedy Fighting Irish march deep into Lutheran territory and trying to bring this one on level terms. It is third down, and it's getting down to the nitty-gritty in the Empire League opener. We are Friday night under lights, and it's all on the line right now. On the shotgun for Olsen, short drop back, and that one incomplete, intended for Archuleta.
He had him one-on-one, just threw the ball a little too low. Got to bring that ball up for Archuleta, help him out.
James Klinger there on the coverage. That one just a bit too low.
Just a bit low.
You've been watching Major League, haven't you?
One of my favorite movies.
So fourth and a whole bunch right here for Olsen. And what are they going to do? And it looks as though they're going to go for it. I'll tell you what, Mitch Olsen ain't afraid to roll the dice.
Oh, they got 3 wide up top.
Olsen drops back, plenty of room right down the guts in.
They had it, they had it. He had Archuleta, but he just couldn't hold on to the ball.
Archuleta, yeah, tell you what, he hit him right on the 7. So it's going to be Lutheran taking over, and a conversion they should have made.
He has Archuleta one-on-one down below. They use the 3 receivers up top to clear everyone out. Archuleta comes on a crossing route, has a shot at it right there, just can't make the grab. Tough break there, and a good one there for Jim Kunau. So Lutheran takes over on the 34, and Corp and company go right back to work. His trusted confidant, Seneca, by his side. 2 receivers set wide left. Seneca goes up the middle. Corp to throw over the head of Blake Ailes, who just gets a hand to it, incomplete. And Ailes almost comes in with that catch. Also almost intercepted by number 20, Calvin Smart. See here, Corp waiting it out. He's got to get it over the defender. Ailes got a big target, but just a little too tall for him. Lucky it wasn't picked off, though, by Smart.
Well, Ailes can't get to it. No one can. Big kid. And Lutheran tied in a tight set here. Seneca lining up in the slot, or in the back. It's Mesa in the slot, and they go right up the guts behind Seneca, doing his John Riggins imitation up to the 47-yard line.
Great job by Tyson Seneca here, busting up the middle, breaking tackles. Great run by Orange Lutheran.
All right, time now to throw it down to CT, Christian Steckel. What do you got for us, buddy?
Hey, guys, not only is it running back by committee here with the Lancers, but it's also running back within the family, because both Pamasa and both Seneca are cousins. They come from the islands of Samoa, and thus the phrase the Pineapple Express was coined. And guess what, fellas? Their family is in attendance up in the stands. They sit at the very back. They stand the entire game, and I got to tell you, there's some big dudes. And I'll tell you what, if we were in a back alley brawl, I'd probably be on their side, fellas.
I think I would be too, CT. Not bad friends to have when you need them. There they are, the Seneca Pamasa clan. I wonder how they got him to convert to football and not rugby, though. Pretty big down there.
Got some good dances for us.
There they are. I tell you, he's got that purple on, that Chris Ricks attire.
What a talented backfield there with Seneca and Pomasa. One 5'10", 180 sophomore, the other 5'11", 190 sophomore. So not a surprise that these guys are related.
One receiver. Cadreau out wide left, Corp in the I formation, and the quick handoff for Seneca. Churns it out and gets his way past the 45.
Well, this guy is hard to bring down. Seneca runs the ball with authority. It's going to take more than one defender to take him down.
Yes, it is, and he's brought down there by Eric Torres. So it's going to bring him 3rd and short, and you got to think, well, Pomasa or Seneca right here, but Pomasa really lining up a lot tonight in the slot. They go in the eye here. Cadreau tight right, and a quick handoff here for Seneca. He's got the first down, and Lutheran continues their march.
And Christian, that option's been working so well for them tonight, whether it's handing it off up the middle, getting 3 or 4 yards with Seneca, or Corp keeping it, or even pitching it out to Pomasa. So option been very effective for this Orange Lutheran offense.
They bring in Cordova. Off comes Pomasa. Jim Canal, you know, get a little bit more aerial. And you see Corp conferring with his head coach Canal as Tyson Seneca continues to be the story tonight here for Orange Lutheran.
You know, as they come out here for the measurement, got to give a shout out here to Orange Lutheran in this program. Coach Kuhnau, they have a mission here, and their mission is called Build Champions for Life. They have 4 criteria within this mission. Number 1 is build Christian faith development. Number 2, character development. Number 3, educational achievement. And number 4, competitive excellence. And Coach Kuhnau and the staff will tell you that being a champion for life and this mission is more important than any amount of games or any amount of championships that they win here.
Credits to Canal, and continues to develop the character. So the chains come good, 1st and 10. 9:58 remaining in the game. Orange Lutheran, the Lancers, trying to put this one out of reach. Corp deep in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, fires down the middle, picks out Lucas past the 20-yard line and wrestled down by 4 defenders. Big, big gain here for the Lancers in the red zone.
Did you see Lucas stay up after that big stick? Wow, what a play by Lucas. We got to take another look at this one.
23-yard gain and a great shot here to Lucas.
All verticals here. I thought he was going to go to Ailes, the tight end. The safety bites. He comes back to Lucas. Now watch this big stick. Boom! He stays up, tries to fight for more yardage. That is a big hit, especially when you don't see it coming. For him to stay on his feet, not go down. That's a strong kid right there in Blake Lucas.
And not cough it up. Quick pitch out. Once again, Seneca breaks it. Seneca just in front of the end zone. 1st and goal here for the Lancers. And Seneca continues to shred his way through the defensive line of Kennedy.
Well, if all else fails, give the ball to number 34. Tyson Seneca looking like Bo Jackson back there. Kid's averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Why not give him the ball here? Big gain, almost gets in the end zone. Kennedy defender Archuleta saves it.
Tyson Seneca, he's the grinder. And he's making mincemeat right now out of the Fighting Irish defense. So 1st and goal, just inside the 2-yard line.
The matchup right there, that height differential. Look for him to throw it up to Kudrow.
Corp to Pomasa, and he stops just short. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Tackle that time by Corey Smith. Smith coming forward from the secondary. They flood the line. It's getting closer and closer.
You know, it really shows the difference, Christian, from high school football to college football. In college, you see a lot of teams, like I said, throw a little fade route there, especially if you have a height differential. A lot of high school teams go with a safer play and running the ball and trying to get it up the middle. That's what Orange Lutheran tried to do there, didn't get it in. We'll see what they do here.
Speaking of height, they've got Cadreau in wide to the right. The handoff to Seneca, up the guts, and he's run right back, but touchdown anyway. And the Lancers break the plane, and they break the back of Kennedy once again.
Here we'll take a look by Seneca again. Here's the run right up the middle. Didn't look like he scored, but he does break the plane. line judge has a view of it, calls a touchdown.
Second touchdown of the night for Tyson Seneca.
Seneca also a solid student athlete with a 3.8 grade point average.
And the extra point is converted. And Ramelsberger, after missing one earlier, makes it 23-8. All right, we're going to step aside. Lutheran on the march. Back with more in our high school football game of the week right after these commercial breaks. Welcome back. Orange Lutheran Lancers up 23-8 here in the Empire League opener. It's Friday night under lights, and, well, the Kennedy Fighting Irish definitely have their work cut out for them as it gets down to the nitty-gritty. Well, just to remind you here, we're going to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of Kings hockey here on FSN West. It's coming up Wednesday, and it's a 20-year look back following the baseball game. It's, well, make sure you catch that. If you're a hockey fan, you can take a look at some of the best moments here in Kings hockey in the Southland. Scoring drive, it's Seneca, and I tell you what, he was the mule. He put everything on his back. 10 rushes, 88 yards, nearly 9 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad evening.
Not a bad evening for Seneca. I think he's just getting warmed up too. He's got some more rushing in before the night's over.
And this one fielded deep, and Smart loses it on the goal line, past the 10 and the 15, and does well to atone.
Still gets a big return.
Tell you what, it makes you wonder what he could have done if he had caught it properly.
Calvin Smart is a special football player for this Kennedy team.
Yes, he is.
Coach Olson says he's not only a great football player, he's a great kid, have a very good attitude, comes to work every day.
Slot receiver, very versatile, playing on special teams, like you said, Chris. His coach saying he reminds him of Warwick Dunn.
Yeah, and Kennedy's really going to have to get some big plays here. They only have 3 plays tonight, 10 yards or more, as opposed to Orange Lutheran's 14 plays. So look for them to strike big here.
Out of the shotgun, Olson going for the sideline. And, well, defensively there,
a little too tall for Archuleta.
And James Klinger undercutting there, Archuleta. Well, the accuracy of Olson been called into question a couple of times, throwing it low for Archuleta, that time high. That brings up 2nd and 10 with 7:56 remaining. And it's an uphill climb, you could say, here for the Irish. Olson had a shotgun. It looks as though the referee spotted something here. A false start. And Jim Canal talking over there at Corp as they try and kill off this game with the next possession. But it's going to be a penalty. This looms large, and this has really been an Achilles heel tonight here for the visitors. Once again, 2nd 15 out of the shotgun. Olson looks left. Olson fires across the middle for Salazar, complete all the way up to the 25-yard line.
Great pass there by Olson, waiting for his receiver to get into that 2nd window. We'll see here, he holds it, waits. He's not open in this 1st window here, waits for him to come past that defender, gets it in the 2nd window. Big pickup for the Kennedy offense.
Kyle Cordova there on the stop with Michael Zaun. 1st and 10, this one to the near far side. And
almost intercepted.
Yeah, it was nearly intercepted that time. James Klinger there once again hindering the progress, that time of Archuleta.
Klinger with a good play here on the out route. You'll see Kennedy receiver trying to make sure he doesn't get that pick, brings him up by the neck.
Yeah, that's a Greco-Roman takedown. Hey, a couple of these guys wrestle as well. They're tough nuggets. Olson, 4th and 2, why not? In motion. There goes Anthony Contreras, and this one over the middle and complete.
Kennedy really liking those slants right here. Here you see Calvin Smart coming over with a slant pattern. Olson waits him out, hits him with a strike. Those slants have been working very well for Kennedy all night long. Surprised they haven't done more of that.
Big gain there by Calvin Smart, and that will bring up 1st down on the 38. 3 receivers wide left. Olson wants to go right, and caught and complete for Archuleta there, the 45-yard line.
And these plays are great that Kennedy's running right now, getting the completions, but they really have to throw the ball more downfield. They're down by a couple scores, just under 7 minutes left. They got to start stretching the field more vertically and get a quick score.
The hurry-up offense now.
Comes a blitz up the middle.
Blitz up the middle, 2nd and 2 out wide here for Smart's got the first down past the 45 and down to the 44.
We saw that safety blitz come again, or we call them Wanda in college, that free safety coming with the blitz. And Olsen does a great job negating that, getting the ball to his playmaker Smart right away.
6:37 in the 4th. Kennedy looking for their first score of the second half. Out of the shotgun, Olsen keeps it, tries to go up the guts here, tucks it away, and nothing doing.
And that keeps the clock running. That's tough for Kennedy. You want to get a completion, or at worst, an incompletion to stop the clock. With Olsen running that ball, the clock continues to run.
Steven Verrillier there for the Lancers in the stop. 2nd and 8. Olsen goes up and long, trying to air it out for Archuleta. Klinger nearly picked that one up, but I tell you, Archuleta doing everything he could to keep that from resulting in an interception.
He did, Christian, and that's tough. That ball thrown a little bit short, it's thrown a little deeper. Archuleta's by Klinger can maybe get the score. As we can see here, a little underthrown, but Archuleta does a great job breaking it up and making sure that they don't get the interception.
Two seniors dueling there on the sideline. Olsen and company now. Their backs up against the wall. 11 of 24, 164 yards, no picks, but only 1 TD. That coming on that long strike to Archuleta. Can he do it again here?
They're bringing everyone up the middle.
Olsen fires in that one, incomplete to nobody, and the pressure there from the Lancer defensive line, making things very difficult for the Kennedy quarterback.
Well, they're really bringing the pressure right now, Christian, and that's a smart play on defense. Don't give the quarterback time. We've seen it a couple times this season, especially last week in that Mission Viejo de La Salle game. Giving the quarterback time enables quarterbacks to make those plays. So very smart on Orange Lutheran's part, not give Olsen that time and bring the pressure up the middle.
4th and 8. Ryan Olsen, the offensive coordinator, says, let's go for it. And they do. Olsen drops, looking to fire across the middle. It's got a man, and it's Archuleta who comes up with a huge catch. First down.
Big play by Kennedy. They know they needed that first down. Send the guys deep.
And the hurry-up.
Great pass by Olsen.
And Chris, the hurry-up set continues here. No time to waste.
No, again, Kennedy needs a quick score. They need to take a shot at the end zone right now because one score is not going to get them back in this ball game.
Olsen in motion now, goes Smart. They look left, picked up and passed incomplete there for Corey Smith, who's brought down just inside the red zone of the 19.
Great tackle by Pomasa right there. See here, he got Smart out in the flat. Olsen does a good job getting the ball, but Pomasa's not fooled. He stays home, ensures the tackle by taking out Smart's legs. Great job recovering for Orange Lutheran.
2nd and 6, 3 receivers set, 3 wide right, 2 left now. Pleasant in the slot. He drops, Olsen fires, and that one just behind his intended target. And it was Calvin Smart, but once again, there defensively is Kyle Cordova.
You see Olsen here looking for his options, trying to find someone open. See Smart pop at the last second, but a little too tall and a little bit behind Smart. That'd have been a great catch if he had made that.
Kennedy timeout. We're going to step aside. Stay tuned. It should be a very interesting climactic end. Lutheran up by 15.
You could pay.
Welcome back to Fox Sports Net West 2 Game of the Week. Orange Lutheran on top of Kennedy by a score of 23-8. 5 minutes left. Now I want to talk about someone, Alex Kaufman. Great kid with a big heart for this Orange Lutheran team. Suffers from cerebral palsy, but wish he could be out on the field. Got a great heart. They actually let him let her. We'll throw it down to Christian Stuckel right now. He'll tell us more about Alex.
Yeah, Chris, you know, it's always cool when there's a special member of the team, and Alex Kaufman is definitely that. He told me, hey, look, I love this team. I would love to be out there playing, but I just can't do it. He does suffer from cerebral palsy, but he said, look, I kept the stats. I got to let her. Anything I can do to help this team win. He considers himself a team leader, and, hey, pretty cool spinners on the side of that wheelchair, huh?
Kid's got some style. I like it.
I tell you what, that's a good-looking ride.
And there's, he's got his championship ring there. Orange Lutheran defending.
That kid is
CIF champs.
He's blinging. I mean, he's got his ring. He's got his spinners. he's living the high life there on the sidelines. And Alex Kaufman, thank you for being such a special part of this Orange Lutheran organization. And
kid's got a big heart.
I'll tell you what, watching his side, up 15 points right now, but it's Kennedy on the march. 3rd and 6 out of the shotgun, the quick shovel, and nothing doing this time. And the tricks don't work, and a sea of red flooding all over Ed Pleasant.
Orange Lutheran obviously not fooled with the shovel pass. Kennedy executed it earlier. Orange Lutheran coached it up, did not fall for it this time. Big stop.
And host of people there. Warren with Reardon. Kevin Warren, the middle linebacker, the senior. So this is it. Out of the quick set, 4th and 9. They drop back up and over the top and just over the head that time. The intended target was Archuleta, and that's going to do it. And well, Kennedy may have to go to the losing column for the first time tonight.
And this is tough. Olsen has Archuleta, gets the defensive bite on the pump fake, just throws it a little too high. Archuleta can't come down with it. Heartbreaker for this Kennedy offense.
Mitch Olsen watching his quarterback go 13 of 29, 187 yards and 1 TD. So Aaron Corp and company will take over 23-yard line and try and kill this one off. Very tight line offensively here for the Lancers. The hand off to guess who, and it's a keeper for Corp and a dummy run, and Corp is out past midfield and down to the 45 before he's run out of bounds by Archuleta. Tell you what, it looks as though Seneca fooled everybody in the house.
They did. Well, they've been giving the ball so much tonight. They put a lot of emphasis and focus on Seneca on the play, leave Aaron Corp wide open to make a big run. Here we see fake to Seneca up the middle, see the defenders closing. Corp still has the ball. He even fools number 45, the defensive end there, keeps it, makes a big run. I was looking for him to cut back here and take this thing to the house, but regardless, a big run by number 3, Aaron Corp.
Dangerous in the open field, Aaron Corp. What can't he do? Not at all. Everybody expecting him to grind it out and kill off the clock, but a big gain here. 1st and 10. This one from about 37-yard line. Corp with the handoff this time, and dropped for no gain is Pamasa. Pamasa coming up, a bit shaken up this time.
Might have got hit in the soft spot.
Probably had the wind knocked out of him, never.
One way or another.
It's been a tough night, though, for Pamasa.
It has. Here he is taking the ball, going up. Good shot right there. Don't know if he got something twisted or got hit in the funny area, but hopefully he's okay.
And concerned relatives looking on. The Pamasa family, hailing from America Samoa. A fortified bunch, that's for sure. Pamasa trying to carry that out on the field, and certainly we hope he's okay. It'll be the only real bleak spot on a bright evening here for Orange Lutheran. Remember, both of these teams coming into tonight in the Empire League opener 5-0, and now Kennedy, well, looking squarely at their first loss in the face as they get set to take on Loara next weekend. So glad you could join us for our high school football game of the week here on FSM West 2 alongside former Florida State and Rancho Santa Margarita star Chris Ricks. I'm Christian Miles, and it's the Christian show tonight because Christian Steckel down on the sidelines. I tell you what, I'm glad you go by Chris.
Yes, I'm the odd bunch here. Not the name Christian, but hey, I'm half the man you are with Chris.
So nice of you to say. And Pamasa gets up under his own power. That's good to see.
You know, Christian, you talk about Kennedy, and Orange Lutheran, Empire League opener. You got to tip your hat off to Coach Olsen, but he told me this week when we talked, he'll be happy this year after Orange Lutheran's out of this league. We know Orange Lutheran going to the Sarah League to join Santa Margarita, Mater Dei, Bosco. Bishop Mont Loyola will be leaving the league, so Kennedy going to be a little better off next year as far as league with Orange Lutheran not here.
Well, of course, not an entirely new situation. Because they do play the likes of Mater Dei in non-league play as well, so they get reacquainted with some old foes. As Corp on the bootleg, wide left here, keeper, and a 2-yard gain for him.
Smart play by Corp there. Might have had the pitch, but he holds on to it. Doesn't want to risk a turnover.
Brought down by the 5'11" junior Carlos Hernandez. You wonder if Jim Cunao is going to bring off his star quarterback. bring on his backup. We will see Kyle Cordova go to the sideline. Palmdale versus Oaks Christian. Make sure you join us next Friday, 7 p.m. for kickoff. It should be a good one. Jimmy Clausen on display. The highly touted recruits out of the CIF Southern section as well. And again, I tell you what, this is an annoying recurring theme, not just for the coaching staff, for a lot of these fans as well. Delay of game, 5-yard penalty against the Lancers.
It is, and I think, Christian, we'll see in the next couple years, watch, there's going to be a play clock in that end zone. There's going to be a play clock somewhere to help these quarterbacks out.
Either that or have one of the backup quarterbacks counting down verbally. Who knows?
And Orange Lutheran's backup quarterback is Cole Hockenberry, very popular, very respected player, number 7. So let's hope he gets in the game. We'll see if he gets in.
An interesting story on Cole. We'll talk about that in just a minute here. Out of the eye, Seneca back there. Corp drops, and he is dropped for a loss at the 46-yard line. Then you get a look at Corey Smith already with a pick tonight. And we will see a change here. When we talk about Hockenberry and, well, a very special case and a very special person, especially to his father.
He is, Christian, and we talked about him a minute ago. Very popular, very respected on his team. He's going through a tough time right now. His dad, who's very well respected here, John, is battling pancreatic cancer, as is the father of wide receiver Cody Smith. His father, Brett Smith, also fighting cancer. So our prayers and thoughts really go out to both of these families.
Timeout, Lutheran, and we're going to take a look back at our play of the game. There's been plenty of them, and of course, play of the game brought to you by Jack in the Box. A 43-yard reception as Corp hooks up with Blake Lucas, and the receiver finding himself wide open, breaks one tackle, and sticks it in the end zone.
And this was such a big play, Christian, really stealing the momentum, stealing the fire back that Kennedy had gotten right before the half for Orange Lutheran to come back with that big play. Huge, really gave them the momentum coming in the second half.
Exactly, I mean, he thought that momentum had gone by way of Kennedy after that Archuleta strike. Thereafter, the final 3 plays for both offenses at the end of the first half resulting in touchdowns. So a furious end of the first half, but the second half starting a bit sluggish. Lutheran with the only strike here in the second half, and that will suit them just fine. They will go to 6-0, 1-0 in league play here in their final year in the Empire League.
They are on a quest to repeat as Division VI champions. Got it last year. They won another ring.
4th and 19 for Corp. Back to punt. Nearly blocked, since this one's sideways and out of play.
He's not happy about that punt, but it doesn't matter. Great game.
Aaron Corp, quite a night for him. Leading Orange Lutheran to the promised land once again. Pretty familiar waters for him.
And we just got a shot there at Corp. We talked about him all night. Such an ambassador for this Orange Lutheran program. Great kid. He's got a 3.7 GPA. Also contributes to the basketball team and the track team. So, real special kid.
The kind of kid I'm sure every other senior wishes they were sometimes.
And he's only a junior. He's still got another year. So, it's going to be exciting to watch his team over the next couple years.
So Kyle Olson up against it here. Everybody on the flanks, drops back, pressure from Reardon. Good work here from Olson to free himself up. He's got a man, fires straight across, and a diving grab will fall out of play, incomplete. That one intended that time for the man who's been providing all the tackles, Eric Archer.
Olson here just trying to buy time, make something happen, get his playmakers the ball. Would have been a great catch here, great effort. Unfortunately, can't come down with it.
Just on the hand, Archer, an excellent day defensively. So many tackles, a thorn in Orange Lutheran's offensive side.
You know, Christian, that play really sums up Kennedy's night. They've tried so hard, put out so much effort. Got to tip your hat to Coach Olson and his staff. They just came up a little short tonight.
Just couldn't execute. Great play calling now. In motion comes Pleasant. Olson drops back under the pressure, fires across the middle, and a man wide open. And this one caught by David Garcia. Or check that. Luis Bustos.
Here we'll take a look from the end zone. Great play by Olson, buying some time, moving around in that pocket, finding his receiver late, big game. Unfortunately, they couldn't get more of those plays throughout this game.
Almost too little too late as Bustos, the defensive star, gets one, and this one comes forward. And the clock ticks down. Hasn't been the best of nights here for Kyle Olson. Senior quarterback once again drops in his own territory, fires long, and well, the closest one to it was Orange Lutheran back. Kyle Cordova, intended for Calvin Smart.
Saw Olson there trying to find Smart down the middle late. It's tough though with those two safeties back there. Hard to find that little crease, that little window to complete the ball.
Well, Kennedy can start thinking ahead for their game against Valencia, taking place in Placentia next Friday night.
Blake Lucas, number 12, Orange Lutheran, had a big game tonight on both sides of the ball. He's looking at Air Force or other top-notch schools, so wherever he goes, he's going to contribute.
And a quick shovel pass once again to Pleasant from Olson. And that really a recurring theme. It seems as though Orange Lutheran, they were caught by surprise by that type of trickery in the first half, but in the second, well, they kind of learned the ins and outs of the Fighting Irish attack.
Well, definitely. Coach Kuhnau and the staff did a great job at halftime coaching them up, making sure, hey, guys, they're going to try trick plays. They're going to try misdirection. They're going to try to catch us off guard. Second half, we didn't see a lot of that working for Kennedy. So Orange Lutheran did a great job countering, making the adjustments at halftime they needed to make.
Well, Mitch Olson and company want to talk over it here. Timeout to Kennedy. Well, things not looking too good for them. One touchdown and the 2-point conversion. All 8 points put on the board by Archuleta tonight. But it's going to be all for naught. And the Empire League opener, well, not going as envisioned by Mitch Olson's side. They've been disposing of their enemies with ease, scoring 135 points this year, conceding just 54. But our Bear Mountain player of the game is this guy, Aaron Corpin. Why not? 16 of 24, over 200 yards passing and 73 rushing yards. And one thing that's not on that stat, he's the punter too.
He is, and what a great shot of Aaron. You know, he's been doing what he's been doing for 2 years. That now makes him 19-1 as a starter. You see his hands folded. Most guys, you think, smiling, run around, but he just takes care of business. A great kid, solid head on his shoulders, great game. Congratulations, Aaron, as our player of the game.
Junior quarterback, very happy with his performance tonight. Olson, meanwhile, right across the middle, and Archer, the intended target, he grabs it, and a completion all the way down now to the 26-yard line. And it's been waved off and incomplete.
I look like a catch by Archer. What an effort. We'll take a look at here.
Well, the side judge called it good.
What a hit.
That's a catch.
Looked like a catch to me, Christian. Got to give it to him for the effort, taking that hit.
Yeah.
Got to give him a catch.
Hey, for his defensive play alone, give him a completion, give him a reception. Doug Eddings' call. Take a look at it from another angle. You can be the judge.
Well, not the best angle to see it from, but again, from up here, it looked like he caught the ball.
I'd give it to him, but we're just up in the booth, eating bratwurst and calling a football game. 1 minute left here. So glad you could join us on our Empire League opener tonight here on FSN West 2. It's been a pleasure being with you all evening long. High school football really coming to the forefront of the sports scene in Southern California. This is the CIF Southern section. And it's going to be Corp and Company taking a knee, and one more, and that's going to be in the books.
And you have to give credit to Kennedy. I mean, this is not, you know, a low caliber football team that they got beat by tonight. Orange Lutheran has been very impressive this year, beating Mater Dei, Santa Margarita, Crenshaw. I mean, they've played some big teams and they've beat them. So Orange Lutheran, a great football team. Kennedy has nothing to hang their heads about. They've learned a lot in this game, and I think it'll benefit them throughout the rest of the season. And
by no means did the Fighting Irish roll over. They definitely lived up to their motto tonight, but went down swinging in our final here. Orange Lutheran wins by 15, 23-8. Make sure you stick around for the Southern California Sports Report after the game. And Jim Canal, very, very happy. Chris, obviously a pretty good start to the Empire League here for the Lancers.
Well, definitely a big win for the Lancers. They want to win league again. They want to win CIF. Tonight was a big step in doing that.
All right, once again, the final score, Kennedy 8, Orange Lutheran 23 for my partners Chris Ricks and the other Christian downstairs, Christian Steckel. I'm Christian Miles saying so long from Brea, California. Don't forget, next Friday, it's your chance to see one of the most sought-after football recruits in the nation, Jimmy